Hi, Single Pringles. Welcome back to, well, nowhere. I've been gone for quite some time. Been working on school, handling home stuff and all that. But I am also here with the new mod. Now, I won't say what it is because I'm a bit nervous about it. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and take our tools. Now, this could be a series, it could not be a series. I don't know how I feel about it. I decided to... We are in the pines. This is not the kind of forest I wanted. But we are gonna make do. I have family in the background if you hear that, so... Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Family had to do something. Now, the shaders I am using is something to make called Curse Fog. Hence why it gives this weird illusional color. But I added some other stuff such as Farmer's Delight, MCA, mostly for my benefit because one, if I'm going to be in a horror mod, I'm gonna try and to enjoy it. Two, I mean, why not? And three, gives me something to do while I run for my life. Ooh, Stone Age. So, I had taken a look into the notes of this thing. I tried it in several different worlds to see if it worked. They got updated just recently 3 times in a span of maybe 3 days, within 4 days. So, I kind of like the mod maker, because they're very, they talk with the community very quickly, so that's actually pretty good. So I don't have to worry about that. Yes, thank you. Thank you for all the cobblestone. Now, there are some updates that they plan in the future, and I was kind of terrified about it, because I'm like thinking... Okay, so, I have arachnophobia. It's not too big, not too small, but it is something I don't enjoy. God, I just realized how short I am. And it's terrifying. It really does terrify me because I have a love-hate relationship with spiders. I love them because, one, they're messengers to the spirit world. Two, they sometimes bring good luck. And three, I don't find them oddly ugly. It's just that when I was younger, I had an experience with a tarantula, a wild one, mind you, that found its way in the playground. And I didn't believe anybody. I went in the back to check it out. This little fucker was going back and forth very quickly, following my movements. And since then, it's just, yeah. But I can't help but respect spiders. I love spiders. I love spiders. I love what they represent. I love spiritually. But I don't think I can handle the idea of a mod that deals with realistic spiders. Because I have seen some very horrific little shits out there that are just plain as terrifying. And I can't handle that. Now, I hope this does not crash, because I tried this several times, but it has crashed in the past. Every time I put something on, I have no idea where I'm going. I am lost. And I'm hungry. And it's risky to being out here because I don't know where this thing is. Okay, we're getting out of the cold. They say that this works well with in the redwood biome, but since we didn't spawn there, it probably won't be much better. But you know what? We do with what we can do with. I'm gonna 1, 2, 3. Cook that for me. Make a sword because I don't really need anything else at the moment. Make a bed. And we are good on that part. There is, as I said, Farmer's Delight. So we're gonna take these. And there's no music. If you haven't noticed, there's no music. No music whatsoever. I don't really like Minecraft music unless, what the hell is that? That's probably just me. Oh no, it was the donkey. Okay. Yeah, it was just me being a total asshole. I don't have the thing on anymore. I forgot I don't, but we're gonna have to make do. Put you here, add that. Add that. Food. Yes, I added weather, the season mod into this, because why the hell not? I'm going to torture myself a little farther. And excuse me. Okay, we're gonna take that. This fog is terrifying, honestly. This is some very scary shit. And it's hard to see, so that's even worse. I think I also added some witchery stuff in here because I wanted to do something on the side. Again, the whole point is to last as much as I can in this mod. So that's why I say I don't know if it's going to be a series. I don't know if it's going to be a one-time thing, because, yeah. I am on edge. I've been on edge. This thing, whatever it is out there, and I'm looking over my shoulder. I have, this thing probably hasn't even spawned yet, and yet, I'm looking over my shoulder. I am so nervous, like, as hell. Give me that. Okay. So, yeah, I need to make you this, make you that, cry my eyes out, and now we are, okay. What was that? Oh, it's the waves, I'm sorry. That scared me. Okay, it's not too bad so far. We haven't found a redwood forest, but we did find a spruce forest, so we're gonna say that we'll take that as confirmation. Ooh, I didn't know it could do that. I didn't know it was supposed to look like that. That is freaking terrifying. It's supposed to be cursed fog. Cursed fog. Of course it's supposed to be like that. Yeah, here we are in the taiga. Okay, bright side is we have mushrooms here, so if we start gathering these, we can make a mushroom farm in a little bit. That scared me. Hello. Now we just need a red mushroom. I forgot what else I added to this mod. This is my personal one. This is mostly, again, it's mostly just for my benefit, just to play and last longer than normal. Because that's what I want to do until, like, you know, it becomes too much. I don't know how long that's going to last. Okay. Too bad we don't have lavender. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. You see? I didn't want to say it because I knew I was going to show it up eventually. But there you have it. You are introduced to the Obsessed, which is scary in this environment because I'm regretting this freaking fog. I can't see anything. Oh, sweet niblets with a side of bacon. I admit, I'm kind of a people pleaser, too. So, the Obsessed is my enemy. If I don't want to die, I'm gonna have to be on his good side. Which is even worse. Because again, A people pleaser I am, a people pleaser I be. Which is even worse for me. Yes, yes, you are all gorgeous, friends. All gorgeous. I think I have this volume really high. What was that? Oh, oh, it's a goat. Okay, I leave you be. Okay. Okay. I think we are in a decent area. I think. I don't know. Oh. The great pumpkin is over here, so we're in the jack-o'-lantern. Ironically, we are in autumn season over here. And I better eat something, because I don't want to die. This forest goes on forever. And here is the redwood trees. Welcome to my personal hell, ladies and gents. After several minutes of freaking finding this place. I don't like how this turned out. But I don't want to go far either from the river, so we're going to pick a tree. This was a terrible idea. What was I thinking? Okay, that was a terrible idea, but we're gonna work our way around here. I hear it, but I don't see it. Oh, no. Okay, we got some room in here. Not what I meant. Again, we're working with what we have here. I don't want to risk it. But we have a small place, and we're going to live with it. This is terrifying. Very terrifying. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. Time skip to whatever. Make a door, though. I just realized something. My time in the caves are gonna be hell. I know for a fact it will be. Okay. Okay, now that's taken care of. We just need to expand our little hiding hole. But downside, how do we do that without freaking tools and stuff? Simple. We hide away. I'm kidding. We don't hide away. We don't hide away. We are not that bad of a pussy. We're gonna do that, and we are going to make make a chest, actually. We're gonna make a chest. Well, that's a downer. There has to be a cave nearby, because I hear lava, and that's going to irritate me. We now have a base of operations, which is something I can handle. But I don't know where this thing is. Oh, you want to fight me. You want to fight me. Come here, you son of a bitch. Where did it go? Okay, Monster Hunter. We lost our pickaxe, but that's our pickaxe. Oh, we lost our axe, but that's something. Okay. So we could dig through the here and then make it downwards, but I don't know. That's a little risky for me. I'm pincushion. I'll come back to you guys with that, but for now we are going. What the hell? What the hell? Why do I feel like I'm going insane? And maybe it's just me. Yeah. I'm gonna be living inside a little hidey hole. I be a smurf. No, I'm just kidding. I am not a smurf. Maybe my grandmother says otherwise, but I am not a smurf. Wait a minute. There is tools after all, so we can actually take down some trees and expand the environment. You know what? Screw it. It doesn't need to be pretty. It don't need to be perfect. Gotta tell myself that every day. I just gotta make a decently good place. I feel like something's watching me. I know it is too. That's the worst part about this. Is when you know it's watching you and you can't find it. This is going to annoy me. I know it is. You do not belong here. And it's getting dark, so I'm going to go back inside my whole little hidey hole. Worst thing about this is that I have no idea where he is. I have no way of actually interacting with him. But we just need to get through this. This was probably a mistake. Okay. Okay, so we have an out. Okay, that was a terrible idea, but we now have an out. And little by little we're gonna we're gonna make it as secure as possible. But for now, I think me just being overreacting is another key point of my life. Hello? I wonder. Okay, one thing I'm gonna mention is that if the mod... There is the mod pack thing. So if... Say the... Now, say if the creator of the mod makes it possible where... You know those, they talk about these AI generation things that I've been hearing about, and I know that everyone's a little iffy about the subject of AI, you know. And I don't blame you guys. I kind of don't, because one, as an artist, I don't support AI work, but what I do support is that it does generally help make stuff easier. I'm not saying that you should replace people, because that's never a good thing. But what I do say is, I think you should consider it mostly for scientific reasons or game reasons. Because when you really think about it, I'm not saying... Think of this, because the whole point of this mod is for it to... is to have it stop the player. But the way I see it, I think you could... That's weird. The way I see it, you could make it so you can actually talk to this creature. Not saying you should befriend it. Well, there is a possibility of the mod creator trying to tame it, but they say it's going to be very difficult to do so. Which, by the way, that's going to be a challenge in itself. But what I do know is that you could have, like... Because imagine this thing trying to talk to you through, like, you know, other than giving you gifts. It could even, like, send you letters or something like that. Like, it will give us a lore or something like that. I don't know. It's just a suggestion. It's just a suggestion. I'm not saying you should do it, but it is an idea. Because I think that this mod has so much potential. But as someone who basically... But yeah, as someone who basically, just... The hell was that? Because the way my brain thinks differently, because it's one of those things where you have to listen to what people would want and say over what you think is more easier to do as a mod creator or like a creator in general. Because the way I learned that there are sometimes you should listen to your impulsive things, and then there are times where you don't listen to your impulsive actions, which I don't really commend. Don't do that. But this is one of those convulsion where you think you may have it, but you don't. But you also want to go ahead and keep trying to make it work. That's what I'm trying to say. Is generally having a certain type of programming where it can easily make the creature more... Because this thing is supposed to be... It has a form... Its original forms, but it's trying to learn how to be similar like you, to be closer to you. And its general thing is not to really kill you, it's supposed to want you forever. So, but, yeah. And it's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to think like that. It's supposed to have emotions, thoughts, feelings, and I think it will work that if you wanted to, you can make this thing even more alive as it is. Because the origins to it is actually pretty interesting. From what I hear, it's supposed to be a spider, but how did it came to be? And when you really think about it, that is a good question. How did it came to be? Oh, wow. Okay. Like, say this. If this is the origin of it. If it say it was a spider, because that's what it originally is. It is a spider. This spider has watched you from day one, seen you go, it's curiosity at first, because that's where it all stems from, curiosity. But then it starts noticing your behaviors, your patterns, and over time it tries to implement this to itself. I'm kind of thinking too heavy about this. I'm not doing this to make it look pretty. I'm just making this to, and I'm talking because to keep me grounded, because I don't know where this son of a bitch is. Anyway, son of okay, so we are low on food. I don't have carrots. That sucks. Anyway, I'm going to die, and you know what? I'm okay with that. We have a Anyway, as I was saying, and as I'm thinking, it's supposed to learn about you, grow as it learns about you. So first it tries, because there is some weirdly psychological thing going on here, and since it's a spider, it doesn't know any better. It's supposed to move on, it doesn't know any better. It tries to I'm sorry, I'm really thinking about this too much. One moment. Back to what I was saying, because it turns out my family's gonna go get food soon. I might go with them, so my hermit ass needs to get out of here. Okay, so where was I? I completely forgot my train of thought to this. I do know. So yeah, it's a spider. It's supposed to know more about you. It uses, because Minecraft is no mystery to magic, but the kind of magic that it seems to have is very foreign to us. Like, take the ancient builders. I did this for a story, and this is going off turvy talk. But I wanted to mention this because I found it more agreeable than I thought. Is when ancient builders were around, they were similar to us, but could do more. Yet, here's the question. You see all these villagers, you see how so different they are to us. They look nothing like what we are. We don't know their language, we don't know where they came from, and that's fine. But here's the biggest question. What were the ancient builders like? Where did they come from? And how did we come to be? Because we just spawned into existence. I know this is like a stem away from the mod, but this has been bugging me and itching my brain for some time. And I thought, my theory is that we as the player are ancient builders. But, now this is where it sounds interesting. But when you don't remember anything of being an ancient builder. It's supposed to be that way, though. You're not supposed to remember. So instead, you are basically trying to. Basically, I think. Okay, let me rephrase that. You are an ancient builder, but you don't have any memories of being an ancient builder. All that knowledge, everything that you have done, everything you basically made as an ancient builder is gone. And very few of us are alive. We, as the player, are those ancient builders, while the rest stayed in the end. Now, I'm going by Matt Pat's theory about this, that the Endermen are the ancient builders themselves, but were warped and adapted to basically adapt to their environment. I say there is a possibility of an ancient civilization deep within the end, because the end is pure space. There is no possible way that you can not have a civilization and suddenly have it drop out of the face of the earth, whether it's done by, unless it's done by magic, or something went after them to extinction. The only thing that's in the end, at least from what is known, is the dragon, and the dragon actively is hostile. But only if you get close to it. So in other words, there's no possibility of anything chasing or killing off these ancient builders. So while some, let's say, some of these ancient builders are mostly Endermen or turned into Endermen to adapt, others have though adapt, still remain the same. Because it's impossible. When you really think about it, they're ancient builders. They're supposed to have this great knowledge, all this stuff. And yet you find food, you find seeds, you find other stuff in cities and stuff like that. Who's to say at least a couple of them wouldn't have like dirt blocks, water, or something? Because it doesn't sound believable. Again, this is just a theory of mine. And so there has to be a civilization deep within the end where it houses these ancient builders. Now, so where do we, the player, come from? Now, this is what the interesting part. As I said, I do believe we are ancient builders. I do believe we have that something took our memory, and that something is the void itself. Because the void is complicated. We don't know what's down there. We don't know what exactly it is. Only that the minute you fall, but you go back to the overworld. So who's to say there aren't consequences? I hear it, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh. Okay, that scared me, but I'm dying here, so yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, we are ancient builders. We are the ancient builders themselves, at least what remains of them. But again, we don't have memories of it. We have no idea why. My guess is because of the void. The void itself seems very, very ancient. It's always been there, and it's always going to be there. But whenever we fall into the void, we fall. We lose our stuff, but we fall. We lose our stuff, we fall, but we also go back to the overworld. I think the consequences is memory. Because when you really think about it, there is a chance that ancient builders who haven't been in the overworld for so long tend to forget. And generation by generation, that memory of the overworld will fade. So when we fall into the void, we start in the overworld as new people, new, technically, adventurers, because that's technically what we are. We adventure, we build, we create, because it's in our DNA. It's in our DNA, at least in Minecraft. And I just find it funny because it's so out there, but it makes a little bit logical sense to me. At least to me. It might sound so wild and different or unrealistic to you guys, but to me it does make sense, because we build, we create, we do things that most people wouldn't do. None of the villagers can do. We are the ancient builders, but we don't have our memories, because we can't just spawn from existence. At least, because when you look at it logically, it's impossible. There is literally no signs of us other than the ancient builders. So it say if we are the ancient builders, we fall into the void. And when we fall into the void, we spawn in the overworld. And that's when we start our journey. Because when you think about it, if we, again, as I said, in a logic sense of point of view, you would not have any memory if you have lived inside deep within the end for so long. There are consequences to falling to the void. You lose your stuff, but there's a possibility of losing your memory as well. So it will take the memory of us living deep within the void. It will take away that consequence. And the only reason why we remember whenever we fall into the void again is because it's recent. The memories we have are recent. We make them. We remember where we live. They say in studies that if you do something with that it's familiar to somebody, it's most likely you're going to keep remembering. If not mentally, you're going to physically remember. That's how, at least that's what I have seen or what I heard about. Because I know some people with dementia patients, they won't remember their family's friends, faces, or anything that they did with them. They will, however, hold on to sometimes something that represents them, whether it be an object or it be an action. It's there. It's possible. So us spawning into the overworld, our memories are entirely erased. Yet we see our bed and we're all like, oh, okay, we're here, and it will immediately kickstart it, because the human brain is entirely impossible to forget things, at least not like that. But here's the complicated part that I think is bothering me, and I better get out of the rain because it's irritating me. I'm starving. Let's lower this. I'm sorry. I know this is all wild and crazy and I sound like a madman, but when you really think about it, it kind of makes sense. Because this is how it starts. You spawn into the world. You do your adventures, hence adventurers. You build, you create, you make a civilization, or you blow up shit because you feel like it. And it's just like you just continue to do things that are deemed impossible to the Minecraft world. You go to the end, you defeat the dragon, you take the egg, you fall. You fall whether inside the portal, or you fall down the void and lose everything. The portal seems to be the safest way to get home with all your shit. So that has to be another part of magic that can keep the barrier in without the risk of losing your memories. If you fall into the void, you lose your stuff, and hence you lose a little bit of your memory. Now, so the theory I have is that you were originally a builder, but you were not the first generation of builders. You have lived deep within the end all your life. Then, one day, you fall. You fall down into the void, and you spawn right into the overworld. Your memories are taken. You don't have any memory left. Everything you knew about the void of the civilization of your family, your friends, gone. You look around and you just go. You do whatever you want. You make new memories. You create new creations. You do whatever you want. You come back to the end. You defeat the dragon. You take the egg, and you go through the portal, or you try to defeat the dragon and you fall into the void, hence losing everything. But you still retain your memories from the overworld because you were recently there. You popped up where you were meant to be. And since, in truth, and this is, I think I didn't take into account about the bed, because when you touch a bed, you respond. But since the end is in the end, and you being there for a long period of time, and you immediately spawn in the overworld when you fall. So But since your bed is not on the overworld, it most likely is obstructed, and hence you are stuck in the overworld. You cannot find your family, you can't find your friends, you cannot find your old civilization. Because it's so deep in the end that you can't find it. There's no proof of it. You can go as far as you can, but yet have no way of getting there. Because most of us would most likely go as far as we want to go, get bored, and come back. And don't say you're not one of these people, because I'm pretty sure there are many people like that, myself included. Because there's literally nothing in the end you can do unless you want to build something there. So that's my theory about the entire thing, about us being ancient builders, us being because we do the impossible in Minecraft. At least in Minecraft logic, we do the impossible while villagers cannot. I mean, when did this get into a theory? I am so sorry. It makes 0 sense to you, but it makes a lot of sense to me for some reason. I sound like a madman. But it's just a thought that I had, and it's been bugging me for a while. I did, because I was writing, well, fan fiction writer here, and I was writing out the lore, and I'm like thinking, wait, this is starting to make sense. Maybe and I've seen a lot of MatPat's theories, and this stuff might actually work, but at the same time, I know there are some parts of it that I'm missing out on, and I don't know. I'm just putting out there. So I'm gonna end the video here because I'm pretty sure I recorded longer than I'm supposed to. So if you guys like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any comments, dislikes, anything you want to just talk about, be sure to leave it down in the comments. Shows that I am actually doing something right. Or if I'm not doing something wrong, you don't know. I don't know. Or you have something you want me to do, just put it down in the comments. I'll figure something out. But if you want to go ahead and talk more about this, I really don't know why you would want to. Put down your theories. I mean, we gotta come from somewhere, at least in the Minecraft logic. Gotta figure that shit out. So until then, I'm Hagen, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!